Hello, and welcome to the first podcast on DobsonSportMedia.com. I am Jake Dobson. I am joined today by my longtime friend and trusted colleague, Adam Dick. Adam brings with him a life full of sports coverage. Welcome to the show, Adam.
Hi, Jake. How's it going, buddy?
It's great, buddy. I'm glad to have you here.
Excellent.
This is how it's going to work. We're going to cover 5 topics, and we'll each get 45 seconds to state our opinion. The first topic will be Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Adam, what's your analysis of the game?
Let's see. Where do we begin? Game 4 or 5 to me, the triple overtime win for Pittsburgh was not necessarily a fluke, but I thought it was somewhat of a lucky win for them. Detroit definitely was the better team. Will be the better team in Game 6, I believe. Fleury, I think, stole it for them. Played great. But like I said, like I've said, and I'm sure a lot of people have said in the past 5 games, that the big man Malkin has to step up. He's got to do something tonight. If it's a goal, a 6, a big hit. He's been drawing penalties, which is an alright stat to have, but he's definitely got to put some more points up and look for the kid to have a big game as well.
Absolutely, I agree. Sidney Crosby's got to step up, and he did the first time they were at home. But I'm looking for Evgeny Malkin to really make the difference. We know what we're going to get out of Sidney. He's going to win battles along the boards, and he's going to win pucks. Mm-hmm. But Malkin, who got an assist on the overtime goal by Peter Sikora, maybe that gives him a little bit of confidence with his first finals point to get going full time, because the Penguins need 2 lines contributing if they're going to beat the Red Wings 2 more times in a row.
It's going to be tough. Tough, definitely.
It's going to be nearly impossible for them to win the next 2 games in a row, but Game 6 in Pittsburgh, anything can happen.
Yeah. Also, before we move on to the next topic, look for Roberts and Host to also have a big game.
Scary Roberts has been huge so far.
Scary Gary. All right, let's move along to the NBA Finals, which to me and to many people in the basketball world, it's a dream come true, not only for David Stern, but like I said, the entire NBA. What are your thoughts on the Lakers-Celtics game? Game 1 on Thursday, Jake?
Well, I'm looking for Kobe Bryant to be Kobe Bryant. When I'm not sure who's going to win a playoff series, I take a look at the bench and I see who the coaches are. And I got Doc Rivers on the Celtics bench, who quite honestly I don't have a lot of faith in. On the other bench, I got 9 NBA Finals championship rings and 1 as a player on Phil Jackson. I think their star player, Kobe Bryant, is better than the Celtics star player, Kevin Garnett. Garnett's never been in this situation, and when he's been in big games, he's passed the ball away. Kobe certainly has never been accused of doing that. Adam?
Very good point. You're absolutely right about Kobe. He's got 3 rings as a player. Looking for his first MVP Finals MVP. Sorry, I'm saying the same words twice. You're absolutely right. Garnett has never really proven himself in the playoffs until this year, but he also has a supporting cast, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. Ray Allen has somewhat struggled in the playoffs, especially in the first 2 rounds. Third series against the Pistons, he picked it up. But definitely look for the Lakers, I think, to take Game 1.
I agree. Let's move on. Ron Wilson was in Toronto yesterday, and he's been offered the head coaching job of the Toronto Maple Leafs. This leads to rumors that Brian Burke will also be coming to town, although we've been hearing those for quite some time. Adam, what's your take on the Leafs situation?
It sucks for me not being a Leaf fan because I'm constantly criticizing them. So I'm going to say it would be awesome for them to get Brian Burke, obviously. I've heard that him and Ron Wilson go back some years now. They went to college together. Brian Burke hired him in his first job. So it's a good fit right now, especially if Brian Burke does come in next year, which a lot of people are saying is almost 100%. So we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Absolutely. People are starting to say, I heard the rumors and didn't believe them. But the thing I don't get about the Toronto Maple Leafs is you've offered this guy the job, and now he's coming in for contract negotiations. You put him in such a place of power, and everyone knows the Maple Leafs are desperate right now, that Ron Wilson's going to be able to demand a lot. Well, there's no salary cap on coaches, and the Leafs can pay whatever they want. Yep. You got to be the more powerful thing in a negotiation if you're the organization. The Maple Leafs continue to make mistakes, and until they take the power away from their board of directors, nothing will be different in Toronto, no matter who the coach is.
You're absolutely right about that. Let's see. Let's move along to the American League East. The Bo Sox and Rays are currently playing for first place. This is always one of the hardest divisions in baseball and also sports. What are your thoughts on that league or that division there, Jake?
Well, I take a look at the standings, and this is the first year where not every team is already out. It looks like every team's still involved. The Orioles are under 500 and 7 games back, so they're really not a player. But the Yankees, you can never count them out. They start slow and have made the playoffs many years in a row. Looks like the Blue Jays have a strong pitching staff and good hitting, if the hitting comes around, which is starting to. and the Rays have been excellent, and the Red Sox are defending world champions. I mean, this is the hardest division to win. Being a Jays fan, I hate that my team is in it. And I look for the Red Sox to probably win the division with their experience, but the Rays and Jays are going to battle hard for that wild card, Adam.
Well, like you said, you're a Jays fan, and I'm a diehard Red Sox fan, so I look for them to take the division as well. But, yeah, you can never count out the Yankees. Like you said, they're four games back of the Red Sox, which are half game back of the Rays. So look for them to make a push. And like I said, the Blue Jays pitching has been great all year. Even with Doc Holliday's 5-5 record, he still has 5 complete games. Rays are a team on the rise, and yeah, you can almost count out the Orioles, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens.
All right, and finally we move on to our final topic, which will be a bit of a stretch for us, but it's going to be Euro 2008. It starts next week in Austria and Switzerland. Adam and I are by no means soccer experts, but Adam, what do you enjoy about this competition?
Personally, what I like about it is obviously the country side of it. I'm not a very big, I'm not a Premiership or UEFA, whatever you like to call it. Yeah, exactly. I'm a Man U guy because they're one of the only teams I like, but I enjoy the countries because I got a little English in me and Irish in me, so I tend to cheer for the English team. From my experience and my knowledge with soccer, they haven't done that well in the last few tournaments. They usually choke, and I really don't know what to expect from David Beckham. He's getting old. Soccer is one of those sports where you can be good for 3 years and you're nothing after that. So I think I look at Portugal as being the favorites because Cristiano Ronaldo.
Beautiful. I think that I always cheer for England, having some English blood in me. I love getting on the back of a team that I don't really cheer for, and I love that I don't have to be worried about being called a bandwagon hopper because it's soccer. I think that the international competition is fantastic. One of my favorite sports memories will always be when I watched the World Cup, a game in which England did lose to Portugal in a shootout in the last World Cup.
Canada Day weekend, I'll never forget that.
I watched it with 10 guys from England.
Yeah.
In a little sports pub, and it was incredible. They were singing and chanting through the game, and it was one of my favorite things. It should be a great competition, and I will definitely be watching.
Excellent.
Adam, thank you very much for being here today. It was great to share my first podcast experience with you, and thank you to all the fans who are listening here now. Please check back at dobsonsportmedia.com for more exciting sports coverage very soon. Thank you.
Pleasure, Jake.